you can ask the question today. Marshall against Shields. Is there Vada testing? I'm 99% sure there isn't. Right? So, because normally they will announce Vada on the Twitter page, welcome to the Vada program. Now, that means that Claressa Shields has not been tested for this event, because she will only be tested by UKAD because she's fighting here. But UKAD won't be testing her when she's in America.
In the States, yeah.
Right? And by the way, I'm sure that Claressa Shields is a clean athlete. But, like, and I'm not saying I feel like...
More referencing the inconsistencies being followed.
Yeah, because we're one of the very few people that are paying the money for additional testing.
Yeah.
So, I do want a bit of credit for that because it's costing us money. But at the same time, I understand the criticism of last week, because certain people have opinions, and I get those opinions, but others don't know the correct information, and which would probably change their opinion. And ultimately, we're only governed by the board's decision.
Hi, my name is Claressa Shields. Hi, this is Denise Estrada, and you're watching True School Sports. We're watching True School Sports.
Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, I was just patrolling Twitter and just seeing, if there's anything that I could talk about today in the sport of boxing, because I got time. Today I got some time, all right? And what do I see? First and foremost, I see an interview on Boxing Social, 45 minutes of Eddie Hearn talking in circles, trying to justify Conor Benn some more and spin narratives. So it is what it is. We've said what we needed to say on that. But then, just when I thought Eddie Hearn couldn't put his foot in his mouth more, he pretty much comes out and he accuses Claressa Shields and insinuates that Claressa Shields, of all people, might be on steroids because, he hasn't heard that there's any Vada testing for the fight. Then the funny thing is, 10 hours later, Vada literally tweets out, that Claressa Shields and Savannah Marshall have been enrolled in Vada testing. So Claressa Shields took exception to this, as she should, because literally, you got your fighter, you got Conor Benn, right? I like Conor Benn as a person. I'm to be honest with you guys, I'm not really enjoying making these videos talking about Conor Benn being a PED, because I like Conor Benn. I've met him in person. He was a great person when I met him. But I have a responsibility to tell the truth, and I have to be content to tell the truth here on True School Sports. So with that being said, and with that being established, Conor Benn got tested positive for the same shit that Brock Lesnar had in his system. And I'm not trying to be funny. Brock Lesnar literally tested positive for clomiphene with the UFC back in, what year was it? Man, I don't remember when. Maybe a couple days ago. I don't know, but I saw an article that basically Brock Lesnar had tested positive for clomiphene at some point in his career. So Conor Benn's getting testing positive for that type of stuff that Brock Lesnar's taking. We've all seen Brock Lesnar. That motherfucker was like the Incredible Hulk in real life. The Midwest, Caucasian Hulk. That's what he is, and that's what Conor Benn had in his system. So you got your fighters pissing hot, testing positive, and then you're gonna insinuate that someone like Claressa Shields. And now I'm taking offense to it because I've been privy to seeing Claressa Shields train. I've been privy to seeing how she works in the gym. I'm not going to sit here and say I know her the best in the world, but I know her enough to know that woman is a consummate professional, that woman is not going to cut any corners, that woman, when it comes to the sport of boxing, is the epitome of exceptionalism, dedication, discipline, and just the highest levels of application to the sport of boxing. That is Claressa Shields. She is greatness personified. Whether she beats Savannah Marshall or she loses Savannah Marshall, she's going in the Hall of Fame straight away. She's a living legend. So for you to sit here and for you to run your mouth about someone who has done everything right, basically everything right in her career. Like when it comes to in the ring, as so far as like fighting the best opposition, she's always seeked on all comers. Claressa Shields has never ducked any smoke. You cannot dispute that. She's unified the divisions multiple times. She's represented Team USA multiple times, won 2 gold medals. I mean, she's done her thing. She's a clean athlete. She's one of the cleanest athletes in the sport. She's never had any crazy, ridiculous body transformation. She's never put on 40 pounds or 30 pounds of muscle mass out of nowhere like some of the fighters you promote. You know, I'm not going to name no names, but you guys know a redheaded fighter that Eddie Hearn promotes that's happened with before. So what I'm saying is, like, how dare you? How dare Eddie Hearn fix his mouth and talk about the GOAT like that? Claressa Shields took exception to this, and I'm gonna read you guys what she said verbatim. She said the following, and I quote, "Another one, Eddie Hearn, I'm gonna need you to speak the real. Don't ever try to come from my legacy with no lies. I've been a clean athlete my entire career, 2012 Olympics, throughout 2022 world champion. I do this for real, the greatest." And then Eddie Hearn responded by saying, "All I said was I wasn't sure this fight had Vada. Great that it does. All the best for Saturday Night Champ." But why would he care? Why would he care if it has Vada? Because Vada caught his fighter, and he's not adhering and he's not listening to the advice of Vada. Eddie Hearn doesn't care about Vada. Eddie Hearn is not listening to the advice of Vada so far as just scrapping this fight outright, because he's still trying to figure out how Ben can go through a due process, which, okay, I get all that. He deserves due process. But in no way, shape, or form should this fight with Chris Eubank happen at all. And he's still trying to find ways to go around about and make this shit happen. So I don't want to hear about what he thinks about Vada, because everything he said about Vada in the past, about it being the gold standard, about it being this, about it being that, has ultimately been disproven, and it's not true. It just simply isn't true. He doesn't care what Vada thinks because he wants to go with what UCAD thinks. UCAD has different protocols. UCAD doesn't acknowledge what Vada's doing. Conor Benn's own doctor, or one of the doctors in the UK that's worked with Conor Benn and other fighters, said it himself in an interview. I forgot the guy's name, but he said you have to be a freaking idiot to fail a drug test for boxing in the UK with UCAD. So that's what it was. Conor Benn, according to the doctor, not me, this is not me, this is the doctor, is an idiot because he failed a drug test in the UK, because they don't really catch people like that. So why would, like, Eddie Hearn needs to, unless he gets into a camera and acknowledges that, hey, Conor Benn was wrong, and we're not going to make this fight happen under any circumstances, and we're going to move on, and we're gonna take better precautions, clean up the sport, and I was wrong to, like, unless he wants to start correcting himself, he needs to stay out the camera, because the more he talks, the more he's putting his foot in his own mouth. Why is he worried about what Claressa Shields is doing? Claressa Shields is not fighting on his promotion. Claressa Shields is fighting with Ben Shalom and Boxer and Sky Sports, who he doesn't even work with anymore, who he's had a lot of bad things to say about recently. So he needs to worry about his business. He needs to worry about promoting my guy Liam Parle. Worry about promoting Liam Parle and the good fighter that he is, because he's been working very hard in training to become, you know, one of the top 140-pound contenders. Worry about covering that fight, promoting that fight, and bringing the boxing to Australia. Worry about trying to promote Sky Nicholson into the next female boxing star. Don't worry about what don't concern you, because what does concern you is Conor Benn and explaining why he has Brock Lesnar like PEDs in his system. So I'm out. No. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
Thank you for watching True School Sports.
No, follow this kid. Oh. You know, he's a true, he's a young, true, passionate person who follows boxing. He wakes up thinking about boxing, and he goes to sleep thinking about boxing. This is true. Good kid, good man, and looking forward to seeing him everywhere in the boxing world.
Hey man, if you ain't subscribed to True School Sports, you fucking up, man. Make sure you subscribe, bro.
Fucking up big time.
Make sure, man.